Okay, hi everyone. I think it's 6 o'clock in, CET time. I'm actually in Portugal, so for me it's 5 o'clock. And for most of you, it might be even different time. So welcome everyone, no matter what time it is. I'm delighted you're here to support this fantastic cause that I'm fundraising for. So I'm just going to start with that right away because I can get so into teaching yoga that I might forget why I'm teaching yoga, which is important. So I'm here to support Yoga Stops Traffic, which is an amazing organization, and they try to create awareness, but of course also try and raise funds to help rescue, rehabilitate, and reintegrate women and children that have been the victim of trafficking. So they're, it's sexual slavery, domestic abuse. It's important that these people get help. And the way I know is true, and I just want you to all realize this deeply, because I am going to ask you to donate if you can to this fantastic cause, because I will donate as well after this session. I haven't done that actually yet, but all of us in these women's or children's shoes would be in their situation. If we would have been having the life they had, we would have been that person, and we are not separate from them. As long as things like this happen in the world, as long as these things happen to women, it happens to us. Yeah, we are them, they are us. There is only one consciousness, there's only one energy in life. It runs through all of us, and we are not separate from this. So it is our duty to, I feel it as my duty, and I think it's everyone's duty to help. And even rolling out your mat and stand in solidarity for this cause is great. If you have something to give, please do, even if it's a couple of euros. The link to the donation is right beneath the description of this video. First, I'll teach you. You can decide afterwards to donate for this class, maybe to them. You'd make me very happy, and which is not important. The most important thing is that these women and children get help. So welcome. I will stop talking about trying to get you to donate now. And we'll start getting into our practice. So this practice is all about trying to connect to our heart center. And as Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully says, the way to happiness or true happiness is when we acknowledge and transform our suffering. He says, no lotus, no mud. No, how does he say that? Well, anyway, there can't be a lotus without mud. That's the idea behind it. So, which means we can only find that happiness, that beautiful flowering lotus, when we are able to look at our mud and to work through it. And the heart is a beautiful place where it's a transformative place. It's where alchemy can take place. So when we bring in the pain into our heart and we hold it with kindness, then the suffering transforms into something beautiful, into something higher, something more than what we think is there. And that's the invitation of this class. And it's not all about pain and suffering, not at all. We're just going to open the heart space and enjoy practicing with each other and enjoy being with each other. But it is that kind of work that needs to happen for you to be really happy, for us to be really happy, for the world to be really happy. Because if we transform our own suffering one person at a time, then things like trafficking women and children will stop existing. Because when we transform our own heart, we touch someone else's heart that's near us, and they transform, and that's this big wave that goes through the world. And when you do a proper job, you come to that place where you are going to be incapable of hurting yourself, hurting others, and hurting the world. So this is the only way, is to start right here. So let's do that. So I'd like to invite you for a moment to close your eyes, so you can take a comfortable seat and look at me for another moment. Yeah, Okay, so I see you, even though I don't see you now personally. I know you're there, and I am super grateful. I wanted to say that you're here with me, spending your time with me, and standing up for this good cause. And before we close our eyes, I just want to invite you to look around in your space, just so you see that wherever you are safe, which is important for us to do this work. You are safe. And maybe you can also feel some gratefulness that you have a safe space to practice and to be. And how lucky are we that we are in that position. And that there's nothing around you that threatens you right now. And with that knowledge, and with seeing that, not just from your eyes superficially, but really seeing it, seeing that safety and seeing that space around you, when you're ready, you can close your eyes. And take a moment to arrive in your body. So you know where you are, the room you're in. And now take a moment to really feel the body you're in, the body you are inhabiting. So let your awareness fully arrive in this body. Feel your body as one. So perhaps you can start by feeling your hands if you don't feel your whole body yet. The palms of your hands. And pouring your awareness from the hands into your arms, into your shoulders. Pouring your awareness into your upper body, into the lower body, into the hips, into the legs, into the feet. Feeling your whole body alive and well. And coming to your breath. And give yourself permission to relax that little bit deeper on the out breath. And then pour your awareness now into your heart center, and you can make a lotus mudra with your hands, which it's okay if you briefly open your eyes, but I can also talk you through. You just bring the little finger, the thumb, and the sort of base of the hands together, and then the fingers point out. It's like this, if you're not sure. You can bring that to your heart. So the hands are open, the fingers are open like a mudra, but the heel of the hands and the little finger and the thumb are touching. And you can bring your hands to your heart center. Remembering the saying, no mud, no lotus. And this hand is the lotus. And we can now come to our intention that we hold ourselves with kindness, with gentleness, with friendliness. And all that lives within us, all the feelings. And life isn't easy for any of us at the moment. For most of us it isn't, with everything that's going on. And so how do we stay steady when there's a hurricane going on in our lives? By remaining in touch with our heart. By holding everything with kindness. And take a moment to connect with each other's heart. There's only one heart in the end, one consciousness. So we can just reach out from our hearts to each other's hearts, everyone who's practicing right now. And energetically be together, and touch each other. And touch that stillness that we all experience. The stillness underneath all the noise. The stillness out of which all the noise and life arises. Let us all touch into that stillness and then meet each other in that stillness with our hearts. Gently rest your attention in the heart center, the center of the chest, behind your hands. And may all of us find happiness. And may all beings, especially the women and the children that we are focusing on right now, that we are practicing for, may all these women and children that have been victim of trafficking, may they find healing. May they be able to hold their pain, their suffering with kindness. May they get the help to do that. So from our heart to theirs, may all beings, but especially now, these women and children that we are practicing for, may all beings come out of suffering. Take a deep breath in. And exhaling through the mouth. On the next in-breath, you can open your eyes. Okay. Keep this lotus and inhale, take your arms up. Turn the palms out and exhale, bring the arms down. Bring the hands together again, make a lotus mudra. Inhale, lift it up. Lift the peace, lift the love. Lift the warmth up and exhale. Arms come down as you root. You rise again, inhale, arms up as you root down. And as you bring the arms down, feel yourself lengthening. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Okay, if you're sitting on something, you could take it away. Perhaps you'd like to stay on it, just see. You can place your hands on your knees and we're just going to circle around the hips, so you're just moving your upper body in circles around the hips. And see if you can exhale, draw the heart in, and inhale, breathe your heart forward. Exhale, drawing the heart back into its shell a little bit, and inhale, breathe it forward. And let's circle the other direction. Inhale, breathe it forward. Exhale, feel how you draw back. And this is what we do in life. We come out with our heart. We share it. We're feeling and then we go back and we go, oof, I'm not so sure about this. So feel that movement within yourself as well as making it outwardly in your body. One more time. Okay, come back to neutral. And we keep doing this. And now we're doing more of a cat-cow position seated. So remember, you can be sitting up on something. So you can hold your ankles or your lower legs, no matter how you're sitting. And then as you're inhaling, just gently lean forwards and stretch your heart forward. Open the chest. Breathe your heart forward again. What does that mean? Breathing your heart forward. Feel it within and exhaling, rounding the spine, taking the heart back, leaning back a little on the sit bones. Inhale, lean forwards, breathe the heart forward. And out. So we're offering the heart on the in-breath to each other, to the world, to the suffering. And we hold it with kindness. Let's transform this. Let us do our part to transform what needs to be transformed, to look at what needs to be looked at rather than running away. Breathe it forward, opening, becoming One more time. Actually bring the forearms together, palms together, and then inhale, open. Breathing the heart open. Same movement. Now we bring in the arms. Exhale, forearms together from the elbow to the hands. Inhale, breathe the heart forward. It's okay to start feeling vulnerable. Vulnerability is wonderful. Hold it with kindness. Hold it with love. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And exhale. And now we're opening our arms wide. So inhale, take the arms out wide. And exhale, bring the palms together and press a little bit as you round back. Inhale, open it out wide. Breathe the heart forward. Exhale. Bring the palms together, press a little. Inhale, opening. And now just give yourself a hug. Exhale, left arm above the right. Just rounding back, hugging your heart. Inhale, offering your heart to life. And exhale, hugging your heart. One more. And hugging your heart. Take a moment, come back to neutral. Close your eyes, tune in. Notice how you feel. And I feel alive and I feel connected, but because I feel connected, I certainly feel vulnerable too in my heart, knowing what we are doing together and why I'm here. There's sadness there too, that this is happening in this world. And that's okay. So hold it with love, hold it with kindness, and let the vulnerability be there. Breathe into your heart and settle in your belly. Okay, let's do a twist. Inhale, take our arms up. And exhale, gently twist to the right hand lands behind you, the left hand on the leg. Inhale, feel what can lengthen. Exhale, feel what can relax more, what can open more. So don't go too deep, be gentle. Don't go to your full edge. Inhale, what can lengthen. Exhale, what can soften more. Okay, take away the leverage of the hands so that your core is holding you in this pose. Open your eyes if they're closed and take them all the way to the right corners of the eyes. Stay there, connect to your breath. Relax. Connect to your feelings and your breath. How do you feel? Connect to your heart. Inhale, come back to the center, take your arms up. Exhale, twist the other way. Right hand lands somewhere on the left leg, left hand behind you. Inhale, what can lengthen more? So lengthen the spine, perhaps maybe there's length in the neck. And exhale, what can soften and open more? Don't force. Inhale and exhale. So what can lengthen more? One more breath. And what can soften more? And then open your eyes and take them all the way to the left side corners of your eyes. Look at the left corners of the eyes. Connect to your breath again. Connect to your feelings. And feelings are usually they can be neutral, pleasant or unpleasant. And from there, when we put a judgment on it, then it becomes all these complicated words like anger and grief and love and all that sort of thing. But usually feeling tones are pleasant, unpleasant or neutral, and it can be helpful to be with unpleasant if you just put it under that name. We don't specify it too much. Feel your heart. And gently come back. Inhaling, taking your arms up one more time. And exhaling, bring the hands back to the heart. Walk your hands forward and just sort of wiggle it out a little bit. Come onto the fingertips. You're wiggling it out. Okay, and then come back up. And let's do a little bit of a side bend. You might just change the cross of your legs. Left hand next to you on the fingertips. Inhale, take your right arm up. And exhale, lean over to your left. And you don't have to go very far, just to open the right side of the body. And we come in and out. So inhale, pulse out a little. And exhale, pulse back in. And feel free to move. You can take your arm back, for example, keeping your left shoulder back too. And exhale, fold back in. Or just coming out right up and fold back in. Or just moving the elbow back and back forward. So be a little free here to pulse whatever way feels right, a little in and out. Okay, and then on the next out breath, you can stay in a side bend, not too deep. Just one that you can pleasantly hold yourself and your body with kindness too. And again, inquire what can lengthen or open on the in-breath. And what can soften on the out-breath. Or how much can I feel on the out-breath? How much can I allow myself to feel on the out-breath? Okay, come back up. Inhale. And exhale. Now walk your right hand out. And inhale here and then bring your left ear to your left shoulder. So we just opened up the right side. So now I want to open up the right side of the neck. And then you can stay here, or you can place your left hand on the side of the head. If that's a bit strong, I quite like left hand on the right side of the chest. Very gently pulling the skin down a bit, nothing much. You might want to move your head a little bit. So we're opening the side body and the side of the neck on the right side. We just did that. Okay, and gently come out, sitting back straight up. We'll do this on the other side. You might just feel for a moment the difference between sides. And Bas, can I ask you to sort out some sort of a timer for me so I know where I am with that? Thank you. Okay, inhale, take your left arm up. And exhale, gently side bending over to the right. And remember, we are pulsing. So inhale, you can come out a little. And exhale, be very gentle with your body. So this is all about connecting with our heart, holding ourselves, others, our feelings with kindness. So make the pulsing a little, make it your own. So you may want to pulse really from side to side, but you might want to also pulse a little down and open up to the back. Get the cross-lateral sort of muscles involved. And then on the next out breath, you can gently hold. And again, not too deep. So that you really can pleasantly hold it without any fear in your body that you're pushing it. That's where I want you to be. And then inhale, what can open or lengthen more? It's still being very pleasant. And exhale, what can soften more? Inhale, what can lengthen more and open? And exhale, how much can you feel right now? This is all about feeling. And hold it with kindness. Inhale, come out. And exhale, hands down. And then we do the other side. So now your left hand walks away. And your right ear moves to the right shoulder. And this can be enough for you to stretch the side of the neck. Maybe you want to place your hand on your head. Maybe that's too strong and you just want to gently place your hand on the left side of your chest a little. And just gently pull the skin down, not too much. And breathe into it. With a soft smile, even when it's intense. Thich Nhat Hanh always talks about a half smile. And that softens everything within. So it's just an inward half smile. It's more like an attitude. It brings an attitude in your body. Okay, gently release and come back up. take a moment here to feel again. Okay, and then we're going to do some Kapalabhati breathing. So it's quite a quick breathing pattern. The emphasis is on the exhalation and the inhalation just happens. The breathing happens here in your abdominal area, and what almost happens is that we increase the heat in the solar plexus, and let's say that we increase, that we're getting flames going there, the inner furnace, and those flames go up to the heart. So this is just symbolism. Those flames go up to the heart, and that helps transform whatever we place in our heart space, whatever pain we have or suffering or any other things that are just ready to be transformed into another shape or form, or from unhappiness to happiness, from pain to peace, just going through it. So open yourself to whatever you hold in your heart, whether you are aware of it or not, whether it's conscious or unconscious, it doesn't matter. Just open yourself that whatever is ready to be transformed will be transformed by the heat that we create here, that will just blaze up to the heart to help you do that. I like that whole idea that could happen. So you could place one hand on your stomach, or two if you like, or one on your heart. I'll just put one hand here so you see what happens. And it's just follow my rhythm. We're going to do quite a few breaths. If you've just had something to eat, take it easy, don't do it at all. If you are on your moon cycle, maybe you just want to skip this and just take a few nice deeper breaths while we do this. If you get dizzy, you can always stop. See how you go. Yeah, so feel free to adapt. Okay. So gently inhale. And there we go. The out breath, you pull in the stomach. Keep going. Take a deep in-breath, hold the breath. Hold the breath in the heart space, lock the throat by drawing your chin slightly in, sinking the diaphragm, sinking everything down to the lower belly, even when you hold the air, sink. And then when you need to release, you gently let go. You bring your heart back to your hands back to the lotus mudra in front of your heart, and just take a moment to feel. Just observe what this has done for you. Maybe you feel a warmth and aliveness within your whole body. Maybe emotions have come up. Maybe you just feel pure happiness and peace. All is well. Whatever you feel, just hold it with kindness. That's the invitation. Just keep your heart open and hold it with kindness. Okay. And then we come to the floor. We will repeat the Kapalabhati breathing in a moment in bridge pose, but we're first going to do a little bit of abdominal work. So we lie down. Is this good, Bas? Do you want me to move? Okay. And right here, you can bring the knees up, place your legs in tabletop, and place your hands behind your head, interlace them. I'm just going to do a little cycling here, the yogic bicycling. Don't pull on your head. Let the abdominal strength pull the upper body up. Your hands up behind the head are just kind of there to give them a place. Yeah, don't start pulling on the head. So as you're exhaling, you can lift yourself up with your abdominal muscles and bring your left elbow to your right knee. Your left leg can extend as you do that. Inhale, come back. Exhale, other side. Inhale, as you bring your knee back in, lower your head a little so you get the relaxation, and exhale. Elbow and knee towards each other. So it's more elbow to knee than knee to elbow, so they don't touch. Well, in my case, they don't touch. And I'm on purpose not touching because I want myself to pull up to reach. And you can kind of do this in your own rhythm. So some of you might be on a race bike, others might be on a very slow cycling tour. See what works for you. And keep going till you really feel your abdominals, which doesn't take very long for me today. And of course, you can always stop. Okay, just let's take a break for a moment. Place your feet down. And take a moment to feel your body in this position now. Loosen out your neck if that has gotten to you. And then another nice one is when you bring your knees towards you and you place your hands against the upper legs. And what you're going to do is press the hands and the legs into each other, and it's really quite intense. And we're going to hold that for 5 counts. So inhale and exhale, press. I lift my head up a little when I do that. Inhale, exhale, press, and just keep breathing for 5, 4. The more you press, the harder it is. 3, 2, 1, and let go. It's a very simple way, if you do this every day for a while, to get stronger there. Let's do that again. So place your hands, inhale, you can make your toes become alive. Inhale here, exhale, press, keep pressing, knees, legs into your hands, hands into your knees. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Okay. Wonderful. When my core is strong, and when I do a little bit of that work, something in me stabilizes and I feel a bit more grounded and centered. And from that groundedness and centering, again, it's easier to feel because you feel just a little safer inside yourself and you feel strong. So it's easier to feel, it's easier to open. All right, so let's do bridge pose. If you're not sure what bridge pose is, just have a look. You might just, but it's easy enough to talk you through. So place your feet a little bit away from the hips so it feels easy to press into the feet and lift those hips up like that. If they're too close, it can be a little bit restrictive. If they're too far, you also don't get up very high, so you find that sweet spot where you can just quite easily lift. All right. And then as you're inhaling and you're lifting your hips, also take your arms over the head towards the floor behind you. Whether they touch or not doesn't matter. Exhaling gently, everything comes back to where we started. Hips down, arms next to you on the floor. And bring breath and movement in alignment. So inhale. Full in-breath to lift the hips and bring the arms over. And a full out-breath to lower everything down. Synchronizing breath and movement. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. If you hear a little bit of a motor kind of thing in the background, I've got a neighbor who loves motorbikes, so it'll go away at some point. Inhale one more time. Up. And exhaling, keep your hips up, but bring just your arms back next alongside your body. And then interlace the fingers or hold onto the sides of the mat and walk your shoulder blades towards each other a bit. Don't pull them down too much. Keep looking up at the ceiling. And there's a little hollow in the neck, keep that. And from here, we're going to do another Kapalabhati exercise. You can always don't do that and just breathe naturally, and otherwise just join me. So there we go. Take a deep in-breath there. Inhale deep. Hold for a moment. Press the feet up. Lift the hips. Lift the heart. And exhale. Release everything back to the floor. Maybe vertebrae by vertebrae. And rest the knees against each other. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And take a moment to observe. How do you feel right now? What's happening inside your body? Exhale. And sometimes there's no answer, there's just a feeling, just a being here and holding that with kindness. There's no right way of being, there's just being present for whatever's there, showing up. Okay. Then you can draw yourself into a little ball and rock a little forward and backward so that we can rock up into boat pose. And if that rocking doesn't suit your body, come into boat pose another way. You can just come from sitting and lifting back. So your knees are into your chest. You can maybe release your arms. Just stay here for a moment. Perhaps you can extend your legs. You don't have to extend your legs. You can also have your legs here. Take a few breaths. You may even want to move a little bit. I kind of quite like moving in this pose. So I get all the muscles in my core one last time, and it's a little less intense on the hip flexors when we move along. Okay, one more time. Steady. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And come out. And then we come onto all fours. And on all fours, just for a moment, just intuitively move your body around. So I like to move my sort of spine sideways in circles and also involve my head and my neck, my arms. All right. Place your hands a little further forward. Tuck your toes. Inhale and exhale. Press yourself back into a downward dog. So with the hips up, gently walk the legs. And notice the sensations. For me right now, very strong sensations in the backs of my legs, so I'm settling on that. And I'm holding that with kindness. Okay, and then you can look forward and step your right foot forward, or maybe help that foot up there. Place the hands on the inside of your right foot and just make a few circles here, just to open the front of the left hip. Move around a little bit. Okay, and then keep your left hand where it is. Take your right arm up into a twist towards the front leg. And make one big circle with your arm. Inhale, one big circle one way. And one big circle the other way, opening the heart again. Place that right hand on the inside of your right foot. Then walk your hands over to the left. Bend into your left knee. so that you feel a stretch on the inside of the right leg. Just stay here for a moment. If you wish to balance and just challenge yourself a bit, you can do that. Bringing the palms together, you can also keep your hands down. Inhale. And maybe even come back to the lotus mudra. Exhale. One more breath. No, my hair is funny. And gently bring your hands down. And then come back to the front. Step back, downward dog. And then gently as you're inhaling, you can step your other foot forward or help it up there. Place your hands on the inside of your foot and just circle the hips around. And I hope that it feels good to move your body, because that's the idea. You can move smaller, you can move bigger. You can adjust a little, maybe even place your knee down. Just the idea is that you get into a place where you're beginning to enjoy it. Okay, place the right hand down. Inhale, twist open to the left, so to the front left leg. One big circle each way with the arm, inhale. It's more the sort of not a vertical circle, but a horizontal circle. Okay, and then place that left hand on the inside of your left foot. Walk all the way over to the right knee that bends. And here again, you can support yourself with your hands or palms together into the lotus mudra. And again, tune into how you feel. Open your heart to it. And then walk your hands back. And step back into a downward dog. So there was a chaturanga in one of the one of the pictures that advertised this class, so I better get one in. Inhale, come into plank. And know your options. You can place your knees down, please do, if you've got weak arms or shoulders or anything like that. And otherwise, exhale, draw the shoulder blades on the back, elbows move back somewhat. Come down, and then inhale, take a cobra. Or of course, if you're already in your up dog, that's fine. Exhale, come back down. And we can do that a few times, just a few cobra pulses. I like to come onto my fingertips and have my fingers a little bit out to the front and to the sides. And just pulse here, inhaling up, exhaling down. I draw up almost from the belly to the chest. The head comes last. And coming down. This is not the right way, this is just a way that I like. Inhaling. You can adapt to your way if you want to. Exhaling a couple of times. One more time. And down. Wonderful. Inhale onto all fours. And exhale back to a downward dog. Inhale, breathe your right leg up slowly behind you. And then step your right foot to your hands. Exhale. Keep the knee off the floor if that's possible. And come up to a crescent lunge. Inhale, let's take the arms up. And exhale, lower your elbows about halfway, palms facing forward. And let's explore the breathing the heart forward here. So feel strong in your core, in your lower body. You can lower a little or be a bit higher, it doesn't matter. And then as you're inhaling, just from softness, what happens if you imagine breathing your heart forward? And take this as a symbolism to open yourself to life. Let's just do a few breaths here. You might end up in a bit more of a backbend, maybe big backbend, maybe small backbend. It's not about that. Just notice what happens when you breathe your heart forward. A very effortless backbend, maybe. Maybe that's how life should be anyway. Quite effortless, with the reality of it. One more breath. And gently, you can bring your hands back down and step back to downward dog. Walk it out. And then inhale, lifting your left leg up. And step it through. Inhale, rise up, bring the arms up. And exhale gently, elbows come down. You do the same thing. So you can come a little more on the ball of the right foot if you like. You can always bend that knee if the stretch is too much at the front of the hip. And then what happens when you breathe your heart forward? Just explore. Don't move your body. Just let the breath move the body, if the body even moves. Just by imagining breathing the heart forward. Breathing it right into life. Two more breaths. And exhale. Hands down, step back, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up one more time. And exhale, step it through. Bring the back heel down and lift up into warrior two. Gently lower and find that place where it feels good. So wiggle around a little. For a lot of people, it helps to have their body a little in the middle between a 1 and a 2. Yeah, so a little diagonal more. Okay. Exhaling, bringing your left arm over the right. Back of the hands together or palms, and inhale, lift your arms as you lower the shoulders. Let's take a few breaths here. Still breathing your heart forward. And release. And then bring your right hand behind your head with the elbow up. And from the back, hold on to your right elbow. And then as you're inhaling, again, breathe your heart forward and up and take a little bit of a side back bend almost. So you're taking the heart up to the ceiling. Gently pulling a little with the hand, but let the work happen with the heart breathing forward and up. So make it feel gentle and good. And release. Okay. And just move to the other side from here. So we're just bending into that left knee. Inhale. Exhale, right arm now on top. Eagle arms, lowering the shoulders, lifting the elbows. And here still breathing the heart forward. Feel that stretch around the shoulder blades. Inhale, release. Bring your left arm up, place your hand behind your head. And then with your right arm from the back, hold on to the elbow. And this is again, it's a gentle movement. Make sure you find stability in that warrior two shape with the legs. And inhaling gently, pulling back a little on that elbow as you breathe your heart up and forward. So nothing needs to happen. Find enjoyment. Treat your body like you would treat the body of someone you love very much. With respect, with kindness, without forcing it. And letting go. Okay, let's go into a downward dog from here to the other side. So, and walk it out. Okay, one more time, chaturanga, because it was in the advertisement. Inhale to plank, exhale, knees down, or come down all the way. Inhale if you want to do an up dog, go ahead. Elbows soft, knees can be on the floor for support, do a little wiggle here. Inhale here, breathe your heart forward, take your shoulders back. And exhale, feel free to have those knees on the floor. Inhale, breathe your heart forward, shoulders back. Elbow soft. Exhale. One more breath. And on an out breath, press back to downward dog and walk it out. Take a deep breath in. And go. Knees down. And lie on your back. One more time. So we can come back into bridge pose if you like. And if you feel like you want to approach the full wheel, you can. Your body should be ready for it. If you've never done it before, I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't not go for it right now. But if you have, please follow me. And if you have not, just do another one of those bridge poses where you come in holding the sides of the mat or interlacing the hands and just stay here and enjoy breathing. All right. If you want to join me into bridge pose, you can place your hands behind your ears with the fingers pointing towards your shoulders. Make sure you're not on your hair. Your feet have to be in the right position where it's easy to press up. They're not too close, they're not too far away. You can always move them. Draw the armpits, look at me, draw the armpits in so that your backs of your shoulders sort of come into the floor. Yes, keep those armpits drawn in. As you're inhaling first, just lift your hips. And again, press the tops of the shoulders, the backs of the shoulders down. On the out breath, you're going to draw the heels towards you, so you're engaging your hamstrings and your lower glutes. And then you lift up as well. So inhale, and as you're exhaling, drawing the legs in towards your body and press up into full wheel. And just enjoy it here for a few breaths. Breathe your heart forward. Inhale and exhale gently. Back of the head on the floor as you look up to the ceiling, coming out, releasing the hips back down. Take a moment here. Let the knees rest against each other. And let the body settle. We'll come to a bit of a close on the physical part. You can extend your left leg, take your right knee into your chest, hold the back of your leg and extend your right leg. And gently press your right leg away into your hands. It's also okay to have your left knee bent here. So we're rooting the right thigh bone in the back of the leg, which creates space in the hip and the lower back a bit. Which is nice after full wheel. Inhale. And gently release, other side. So bring the left knee in. And as you're exhaling, hold the back of the leg and inhaling, extend that leg. And then press it gently into your hands. So there's a gentle pressure, thigh bone rooting in the back of the leg. Great. And release. Take your arms out to your side. Take your feet a little wider. And we're just moving our legs from side to side. Just a gentle, dynamic movement. You can move your head opposite ways of the knees. Loosening out the upper legs, the thighs, the hips, the lower back. And then the knees can come to your left and you can hold them there for a couple of breaths. Deep full in-breath. Relaxing out-breath. Lift the knees up, inhale. Exhale, release them to the other side. Deep full in-breath. Letting go. One more deep full in-breath. And letting go. Okay, lift the knees back up. And take a moment to observe if you need anything else. I kind of like the happy baby pose before the end. So knees bent, hold on to the sides of the feet, inside or outside, doesn't matter. My spine is still quite long. Take a few breaths. Relax the jaw. soften. And come out. And then you can lie on your back for the last bit, sort of, or if you want to finish with me in meditation, please sit up. If your body is very tired, you can decide to rest on your back for this last part. And I just invite you, whatever position you decided to be in right now, just give yourself a moment to arrive there in your body. And pour your awareness into your hands. Feel the palms of your hands directly. You can feel your hands directly. You don't need your mind to do that. And then pour your awareness into the lower arms, from the wrists to the elbows, and from the elbows to the shoulders. Perhaps you feel nothing, perhaps you feel your body, perhaps you feel more subtly energy moving, or an aliveness, the life that's there. And then feel the upper back between the shoulder blades. Pour your awareness at the back of the heart. Pour your awareness into your neck, into the back of the head, into the top of the head, into your whole face, and the inside of your head. Feel your awareness in your whole head. You might feel your head as a sensation. How do you know your head is there? Because you've got a sense of it. It might be tingling, pinching, more subtle, more gross sensations. Just feel. And pour your awareness in the neck, the throat, and the heart. Feel the heart. Allow your heart to come to stillness. Just like a pool of water when it comes to stillness. And you leave it alone. Just be. And we'll come back to the heart in a moment. Right now, just let your awareness pour into the stomach and the mid-back, into the belly and the lower back. Pour your awareness into your hips, pelvic floor, the groins, the belly, and into your upper legs, knees and lower legs, and feet. Pour your awareness into the whole lower body, inhabiting your body. This is where the wisdom lies. In your body, in your tissues, in the wisdom of the body. Okay. And then come back to your heart center. And just be there. Holding your heart with your awareness, with kindness. Be loving awareness. There's nothing you can't hold with kindness. And everything will become better when you hold it with kindness. It's like being your own best friend, having your own back. We all grow from someone being our best friend. We all grow from someone having our back. This is when we feel seen, when we can make positive changes, when we are willing and motivated to do better, not by putting ourselves down. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be kind to the world. So let's take a moment to connect to each other from our hearts. Remember, one heart, one consciousness that expresses itself in all these different bodies, in all these different forms, in all these different life forms. It's beautiful. And if it helps, I like the image of all of us that are still here right now, sitting together in an ancient forest, in a clearing in the forest, in a big circle, for each other, for the women and the children in this world. Even when you're here as a man, you can join us with the loyalty to stop the suffering for the women specifically and the children in this world. And let's connect in our intention and our wish for all women, all children, eventually, of course, all beings to come out of suffering. For all beings to have each other's back and to have their own backs. For all beings to be able to love themselves into healing. For all beings to be able to love all the barriers that are between them and love itself and healing itself into healing. This is the only way out of a messy world, is to love ourselves and whatever's in the way into healing. There's no other way. So may all of us, all beings everywhere, be loved and learn to love themselves. And may we all come out of suffering together. Bring the palms together in front of your heart space, or place your hands on your heart. And with a big bow to all of you that have joined me today, and for all women and children on this earth. You can come back up, inhale. And exhale, gently let go. And come back. And if you're lying down, if your body was tired and you were lying down doing this, you can come back up to a seated position as well. Okay, so take a moment to notice yourself right now and the life within. And I want to thank you for joining me in this class. And again, if you like to offer something for this class, please donate to the link below to the Yoga Stops Traffic. It is again for the for the rescuing and rehabilitation and reintegration of women and children that have been abused by the system and by people. And I hope we can all give what we have to give. And even if it's only love and good wishes, that is also important. So thank you very much. I hope you had a great class. I'm going to read all your comments in a moment. Again, thanks for supporting this cause. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day and evening. Namaste.